Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the Washington sideline is head coach Dan Quinn. These guys hoping for a bounce-back performance after dropping their first game of the season a week ago. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And when you watch young men come into the league, you know they're not going to continue to be the same quarterback they were in college. You expect to see improvement, but you do see many of the same attributes. This guy, even as a rookie, a lot of poise, understanding the offense. He's fully in control out there. To me, he has the makings of a real field general type of a player. Someone who doesn't get rattled when the pressure is on.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Now it's Elway. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Up the middle, it's Genty. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's a second down and 6. 4
yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Play action. It's Elway. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Christian Watson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Falcons
5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. You've got to have those kind of outings in year one. But the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
Looking to put a drive together. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nifty move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Elway to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Elway to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go again with Genty. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Commanders' 36-yard
to throw is Elway. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons' 1st down.
Off the play fake, Elway. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living up of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
70 Lions. Check.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
To throw is Montana. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he's off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Falcons! Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Let's go. Hey, 79 Broncos.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 3rd and short, going with a tight end. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Montana. That one finds Hyatt. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Washington, first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Washington first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Montana to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard.
They will look to throw. Montana rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a...
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. From 8 yards out. And the Commanders are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Elway. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up the Falcons' first down as a tackle made at the 42.
And the Falcons, first down.
The A run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Elway will throw. He gets it to Addison. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Elway. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Elway. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That'll be caught by Cup. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Elway. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Now it's Elway.
2nd and 3.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free. Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
First down, Washington.
Right back to him on first down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second and 6. Montana. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Gibbs will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jameer Gibbs. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before buys kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. And it's Joe Burrow hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Steelers bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's last year's MVP, Josh Allen. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Seahawks get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants hosting the LA Chargers. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. This is one of the best runs from a quarterback you're going to see all year. Off he goes. The Chargers lead by a field goal at halftime. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Taken down at the 40-line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2. 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 177 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And able to get it back through as he's taken down right at the 20.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now it's Elway. Short throw caught by Pitts. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's 4th down.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 190 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, go!
Another run for Gibbs here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and run this one right off the gun. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down right around the 25. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And his kick is right there. It's good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On the give, Genty. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Elway. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
And the Falcons 1st down.
Now Elway to throw. They'll get this one to come complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Commanders' 34-yard line.
A run out of the game with Jensen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Elway to throw. Pass complete to Addison. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
The 16-yard line.
completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw is Elway. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Let's go now.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. On the give, Ginty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Elway. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. 3rd down and goal coming up here.
A gain of 13 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
Operating from the gun. Elway. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Commanders' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, to see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 7. 1:47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. This is 1st and 10. Now, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to malleate drop.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Elway. And that went to the right side and incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Turnover on down.
A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Commanders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to